Hey everybody, in this video I want to talk about selling your calligraphy. First, I'm going to assume that you've been practicing Japanese calligraphy for some time now and are considering selling your art. I primarily financially support Gohitsu Shoto Studio by selling my calligraphy. It's my number one source of revenue, with my 2 online courses closely following second. However, I just recently stopped taking commissions and now sell my calligraphy only through my Etsy shop. I actually find it extremely hard to sell my calligraphies. I would love to keep them all for myself, but that's kind of stupid thing to do. Art it's not meant to be tucked away in a basement collecting dust, but hung somewhere where people can appreciate it and be inspired. For this reason, at the end of my latest course, Learn Shoto Advanced Techniques, I encourage my students to start giving their calligraphies out to people as gifts. I once hit a plateau in my practice, and what got me out of it was when I decided to start selling my calligraphy. That pushed me to practice harder and get better. My students may not be ready to start selling their work yet, and that's okay, but they can brush calligraphy for people and give them as gifts to start. It's extremely rewarding to know your calligraphy is in someone else's hands and appreciate it. So if you think you're ready to start selling your calligraphy, here are 5 things I would tell you to keep in mind. So number 1, maintain a consistent practice. If all you do is brush commissions or pieces for sale, you will stop being an artist and become a merchant. There's nothing wrong with selling your art, but you must still practice for the sake of practice. The works worthy of money are created from the abilities attained through solitary practice. Number 2, grow an audience. Who's going to buy your art? Are you expecting people to shell out money without knowing anything about you? Before you even try to sell anything, you need to show people your work and have them care about it. These days, we have all the tools at our disposal to grow audiences. Use emails, social media, put up a website, start a YouTube channel, a blog, anything. Learn how to use these tools and bring people to you. Number 3 is find your voice. The most popular calligraphy I've brushed is the Aikido calligraphy on a scroll. I can't count how many of those I've done and sold. But there are many calligraphers brushing Aikido scroll. Why would anyone buy one from me instead of these other calligraphers? Well, check out my website, read about me, see my work. And the answer to that question becomes clear. Finding my voice was extremely important for me because here I am, a male Puerto Rican chef that sells Japanese calligraphy. Why would anyone buy anything from me? The Japanese calligraphy world is dominated by female Japanese artists with Shihan titles that have been practicing since a very young age. I can't compete with them. I had to set myself apart and find a unique voice. My unique style of calligraphy comes from my Aikido training and Zen practice. And it is that integration that really sets me apart. Number 4 is to increase your price, but never decrease. I can't tell you how much to charge for your calligraphy. Your art is worth only as much as someone else is willing to pay for it. I would recommend to price low, and over time as you get better, increase your price. Never do the opposite, as it will devalue your art. Also, never ever discount or do sales specials. How would anyone take you seriously if you list a calligraphy for $50 but you're willing to take $25? If that's the case, list it at $25. And the last one, number 5, is don't brush for money. Shoto is the artistic manifestation of your mind. Your true nature is reflected on each stroke. If you hold a brush with the intention to make money, that's exactly what you're going to imprint on that paper. Brush simply for the activity of brushing, to find the connection between yourself and the brush. Brush to express your true self, to have the realization that there's no you and there's no brush, but that through the activity and the experience of brushing, you are becoming one with your surroundings. After the work is done, evaluate and decide whether you want to sell it or not, whether it's worth money or not. Always evaluate this after brushing, never before. So the decision to start selling your calligraphy is a great one. It can boost your practice to much higher levels, but it can also destroy it if you get trapped with financial goals. Be careful when setting your goals and expectations for you don't want the business to destroy the art. If you are selling your calligraphy, I'd love to see it. So leave the link to your website or your store in the comments below. If you're interested in one of my original calligraphies, the link to my Etsy store is in the description. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.